Hello and welcome back to Sorare Assist. So today I'm going to be highlighting the top 5 goalkeepers on Sorare in the European leagues. If you do like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link in the description below. You will get a free limited card and you'll also get to draft your teams as well, ready for the new season. And if you want a full list of all the best players on the Sorare SO5 Fantasy Football, then you can join my Patreon. You'll get 7 days free on that, so you'll be able to get access to all the best players on Sorare. Okay then guys, let's get stuck into it then. As I say, I'm going to be highlighting the top 5 goalkeepers now that the European leagues are due to starting again. And always remember, none of this content is financial advice, and of course we know the transfer window is currently open, so there's always that risk of a Saudi Arabian move. Okay then guys, let's get stuck into it. So the first player I've gone for is Diego Costa of Porto. He's only 23 as well, this guy, and he's got a contract with Porto till 2027. He's got an L40 of 57 and an L15 of 55. You're also getting games as well for Portugal as well, so he's got that international utility, which is always a plus point. At the moment, his limited card is going for around 144, and his rare is going for a hefty £1,289. But you, of course, have got that under 23 utility as well, till 2024, if that is something you're looking for. Fixtures wise as well, for the first few games of the Premier League season, we can see he's got some pretty tasty fixtures as well in the first few games in the Portuguese League. In terms of his score graph then, some absolutely fantastic scores here, as we can see from the scoring matrix. An average of 54.9 in terms of his SO5 score, and 8.9 average. Really good scores here, consistent scores as well from the goalkeeper, and he's got 16 clean sheets in his last 33 starts. So looking at a really solid option here in the Portuguese League in the goalkeeper slot. Just look at some of the stats from last season then. He started 33 games, 1.9 saves per game, and he's saving 74% of the shots on his goal, which is absolutely fantastic. Made a total of 63 saves, 33 of those were inside the box, and he also kept 16 clean sheets in those 33 starts for Porto last season. So as I say, Diego Costa is looking like a fantastic choice. Next up, we've got Courtois of Real Madrid. He's got a long contract with them till 2026. He's 31 now, but that's still young for a goalkeeper. He's also, of course, a Belgium international as well, so he's got that international utility. He's got an L40 of 60 and an L15 of 56. Minutes going for around 126 for his limited and around 1,338 for his rare card. We've also got the fixtures as well for the Premier League, start of the Premier League, so we can see here we've got all the first games away to Atletico Club, then Almeria, Celta Vigo and Getafe. So some quite tasty fixtures there. First one is probably the hardest of those four. Apart from that, it's looking pretty good in terms of the start to the season for Courtois. Scores wise then, he's got an average of 56.8 over his last 31 starts. He's got a good AA score as well of 14.0 on average, which is brilliant. And as you can see from his score graph, he's capable of getting these really high scores for a goalkeeper in the 70s and 80s range. He's even got 99 here as well in a recent game. So some really solid scores here from the Belgium goalkeeper in the Spanish La Liga. If we look at the stats from last season then, so he started 31 games last season for Real Madrid. He's saved 2.9 shots per game and saving 76% of the shots on his goal. So absolutely fantastic goalkeeper, this guy. And he made an astounding 90 saves last season, which is absolutely brilliant. He also kept 10 clean sheets as well, which is a good ratio in those 31 games. Probably one of the best clean sheet records in the Liga last season. So Courtois is definitely a fantastic choice for your Sorare teams. So the next player I've gone for is Alisson of Liverpool. He's only 30 still. He's got a long contract with the Premier League team till 2027. He's got an L40 of 56 and an L15 of 55. He's limited at the moment. It's going for around 121 and his rare is going for around 1,167. In terms of fixtures in the Premier League then, so they're actually playing Chelsea in the first game away. They've got a good fixture then at home to Bournemouth and then away to Newcastle. Another good home fixture at home to Aston Villa. So 2 good home fixtures now, I would say, for Alisson and for Liverpool start of the next season. He's also a brilliant Brazilian international as well, of course, so he has got that international utility as well. He's a fantastic goalkeeper, this guy as well, and I do expect Liverpool to potentially improve next season. And looking at his scores then, we can see some absolutely fantastic scores again, some peaks of 80s and 90s, plenty of 90s there as well. 3 scores in the 90 to 100 range, which is fantastic to see in his last 37 starts. He's also had an average of 55 in terms of his SO5 scores as well, and a good AA record as well, which is probably attributed to the number of saves that he's capable of making. So some fantastic scores there for Alisson. I think he's going to be in a fantastic choice, and I expect these scores to actually improve in the new season with potentially more clean sheets for Liverpool. Last season then in the Premier League, started 37 games, saving an average of 2.9 saves per game, which is brilliant. 72% of shots were saved as well. Saved a total of 108 saves. So he had 108 saves in total, which is fantastic. He also kept 14 clean sheets as well, which is still absolutely impressive in the Premier League, even though it was considered that it wasn't Liverpool's best season from recent records. So Alisson is a fantastic choice for Brazil and for Liverpool. Next goalkeeper I've gone for is Marc-Andre ter Stegen of Barcelona. 31 now, this guy. Still young for a goalkeeper. He's got a contract till 2025 with Barcelona as well. L40, 56, and an L15 of 60. He's of German nationality, but I don't think he's first choice for Germany just yet. I think Neuer is still probably the first choice for Germany. He is currently injured, of course, Neuer, but he should be back in time for the new season. Ter Stegen is going for around 98 for his limited and around 1,224 for his rare. In terms of fixtures for Barcelona at the start of the season in the La Liga, they were away to Getafe, so it looks like a pretty good fixture there. Fantastic fixture at home to Cadiz in the second game. Then they were away to Villarreal and away to Osasuna. So it looks like a pretty favourable start to the season for Barcelona as well. Should be getting some clean sheets there to Stegen under 40 in those games. And in terms of his scores then, we can see that he's consistently getting these absolutely fantastic scores at the 60s and 70s. Got a couple of 8s in there as well. I think the key here is probably the consistency. Absolutely fantastic recently. And in 38 starts, he's had 26 clean sheets for Barcelona, which is absolutely brilliant. He's got an average of 61.4 as well. Barcelona do look to be improving at last season. Started the season a little bit shaky, but they did improve, and I expect them to have a good season this season as well, and they've made some pretty good signings as well in the transfer window. So ter Stegen is definitely a good option. He's getting plenty of good scores and plenty of clean sheets as well. If we just have a look at his record from last season, 38 starts in the La Liga. He made 2.2 saves, which is 82% of the shots on his goal was saved. That is absolutely fantastic. If 70 plus here in terms of his saves, I think that's the ratio that you want to be looking at. But for him to get 82% saves shows that he's good keeper quality at keeping the goals out. 87 saves made in total as well. 84 saves made in total as well. So a fantastic choice here. And he kept 26 clean sheets last season in those 38 games, which is absolutely fantastic. So ter Stegen is definitely one to consider. Looking pretty cheap as well compared to the other goalkeepers I've already highlighted in this video. I think he's looking a fantastic choice in goal. So the next player I've gone for, and the final player in this video, is Jose Caro of Begoz. Now, some of you may not be familiar with this guy. He does actually play in the La Liga Division 2, the Smart Bank League. But he is a really, really good choice for the Global All-Star Division or the Second Division Europe, of course. You won't be able to play this card in Challenge Europe or Champion Europe, but he's going to be a fantastic player in the All-Star League or even the capped competitions as well, potentially. He's 29 and he has got a contract with Begoz until 2024, so the end of next season. He's got an L40 of 58 and an L15 of 56. He's looking pretty good as well in terms of his price. A lot cheaper than the players that I've already highlighted. He's going for around 27 for his limited, 436 for his rare card. In terms of fixtures, Begoz are at home to Huesca in the first game. Then Levante away Real Oviedo at home and Guy John away. But if we just look at some of the scores from last season, you can see why I've picked this guy out. It's got some absolutely brilliant scores here. Good AA score as well of 12.6, an average of 59.1 in his last 41 starts. The other good thing about the Smart Bank division as well is there's plenty of games in that division, and they also get some midweek utility as well. So I think Caro is definitely a good choice for the Global All-Star, Cap Modes, or the Second Division Europe, of course. So last season for Big Oz, he started 41 games. He had averaged 3 saves per game with 81% save ratio, which is absolutely brilliant. And he made a total of 123 saves last season as well, including 77 inside the box. In terms of clean sheets, he kept 19 clean sheets in those 31 matches. So I think Caro, like I say, is looking a really good potential outsider pick here if you're looking for a global all-star goalkeeper. It's a little bit cheaper than maybe some of the top dogs that I've highlighted in this video. So that was all the selections, top 5 goalkeepers in terms of European football. Some top picks there, guys, with the upcoming season in mind. If you did like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want access to all the best players in every position, you can get that via my Patreon. I'll give you a full shortlist there of all the best players in each position for each region as well. Get that information by joining the free 7-day trial as well. And becoming a member is only $4.99 a month. You'll also get the weekly game week picks as well, the best players in the upcoming game week. Okay guys, thanks for watching as always. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll see you again on the next video.